Hello and welcome to But the Damn Point Is. Recording date is April the 17th, 2020. We're in day who knows of the quarantine, at least those of us that are actually in quarantine. And my guest today is Mr. Dillon Collins. Hello, Dillon.
How's it going, Jerem? Thanks for having me.
It is going well. I am having a lazy day trapped in my room here, and it's not so bad. I got plenty of video games and porn and other fun things, so
You can never run out of either of those. I mean, you run out of video games before you run out of porn.
right? We live in a blessed time. Aside from the pandemic, of course.
Who knew that we'd be paying like 10 times as much for video games?
Yeah.
Like, I bought MLB The Show recently, and after that, I put like $100 of like virtual currency into that.
Oh my God.
I'm such an addict, dude. I can't.
So what do you use virtual currency for in that game?
Virtual steroids.
Are you fucking essentially,
Yeah, pretty much.
essentially pad your stats a bit. All right. I was gonna say they don't make you buy players, do they? Like if you want to pick up a better
Oh, of
roster.
course they do, man.
Oh, there you go.
Only the black ones, though.
Well, they're the ones that are worth buying.
Well, they're the good ones, dude. They're the ones that can jump the highest and
Oh my God.
hit the ball the farthest.
Holy crap. So I just want to fill everybody in. Every time we record one of these podcasts, the conversation actually starts a few minutes before we start the show. And this time it started about 5 to 7 minutes before we started the show because Dylan said, "Let me grab a soda." And then 45 minutes later, he got back on the mic. Uh, I believe I heard you taking a bong rip, if I'm not mistaken. So
uh, uh, Allegedly taking a bong rip.
I just like how you're like, I want to be on your podcast. Hold on while I go get fucked up, and I'll come back, and then we'll do the podcast.
No, I'm like, no, thank you for having me. It's just a real pleasure to be here.
The rest of the show is just me dragging you through hell for that. Uh,
Yeah,
for the future reference, go ahead and take a bong hit anytime. Just continue the conversation when possible.
absolutely. I'm just a little tied in. I've got a little jerry rigged setup here, trying to get the best audio I can because I really care about your podcast.
Wow, that's so generous of you to take the
That's
time
what
to.
that, that's why it sounded like a guitar earlier because I accidentally bumped the mic stand. It's got like a spring in it.
Right, it sounded
Yeah, so
like
I'm being very careful.
laser fire or something.
I'm
Yeah.
sitting like somebody that's in a saw trap, like trying not to like activate it.
Right, be careful. Those cords are actually razor wire, so don't move whatever you do. Oh my God. Well, it is. Yeah, it's another day. What the hell are you doing today besides being on my podcast?
I'm gonna actually record an episode of my new podcast after this.
This degenerate life.
Yep,
Yeah,
with Jake
available.
McCown.
Jake McCown is your co-host, and it's available on SoundCloud, if I recall.
Yeah, SoundCloud and YouTube. I'm gonna. It's kind of a process to get your podcast onto like Stitcher and like other all these other streaming sites.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm gonna get a website going so I can host the podcast on there. I think is what I need to do.
Cool.
But anyway, it's gonna be a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, I haven't.
As
Oh, go ahead.
as anything is pretty much.
Right. Anything worth doing, anyway. Uh, with the exception, I guess, of getting wasted. You don't have to work that hard to do that.
No, not at all.
No, not at all, especially if you're Big Dill Collins. So the question is, back to the podcast for just a moment. Uh, how long had you been thinking about doing this, and is it so far what you had anticipated or planned?
The podcast.
Yeah. Did you have a
Um,
certain vision in mind for it, and are you meeting that vision?
well, we've done one episode so far. We've actually done two episodes, but we didn't air the first one. It was
Mm-hmm.
kind of we just said fuck it, do it. Um, but I've had so many visions about different things I want to do, and I still have other ideas of podcasts I want to do and
Mm-hmm.
other YouTube stuff. Like for example, I'm actually filming right now. I've got my camera going. I'm gonna chop this down a little bit and maybe upload a YouTube video. I need to just start doing it. It's the same thing that I always tell people that when they ask about like uh, doing shows and stuff, I'm like, just put one
Mm-hmm.
on, or just like, or doing stand up in general, just do it, and then eventually you'll like be fucking 3 years into this shit and be like, holy shit, how'd I get here?
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully this is day one for me for filming some stuff.
Well, that's great advice. And you do have access to a pretty damn good camera.
But it also makes me realize that it is really hard to start doing something because it just seems so overwhelming. Because
Mm-hmm.
it really is, but the process to doing it isn't. You just got to do it.
Right. Shit, man, that's really good advice. I definitely let various things hold me back, and I have to admit that seeing how much you've accomplished and seeing how generous you've been with advice and information really inspires me to want to do more as well. So, thank you for that, man.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too much at some points.
Well, yeah, I think we'd all agree to that. You run yourself ragged sometimes. Well, you used to, anyway.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I appreciate that, man.
Are you running any imaginary shows right now?
I thought about it a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to. I've just seen a few that have just been a disaster, and it's a lot of stress to put on a comedy show or just to do comedy in general, and I just don't see that having the payoff.
Right.
It just sounds like a lot of stress for like no fucking reason at all.
Well, I personally did. I recorded one a weird set where there was no audience, obviously.
Yeah, was that on Stony's?
No, I actually did it for John Ross and Stab.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, that was a little bit different than what Stony did.
right. I I didn't pay too much attention to
There's a
what's.
weird set out there of me just like talking into my phone, and it starts with absolutely nobody in their live stream. I
Hmm.
like just start live streaming and I'm like, is this what it's supposed to be? And
Oh
I couldn't hear
no.
anybody, and I've never gone live on Facebook. It was my first time ever.
Hmm.
And I'm just like awkwardly like talking like about weird shit. So
Oh
that's out
my
there.
God. Wonderful. That I'm sure that
Dude,
feels
there's
great.
always some embarrassing shit gets uploaded.
Yeah, absolutely. Considering that we've had access to the information superhighway for so long, we've been posting videos and pictures of ourselves. So, plenty of information for the government. Good news, government. You have
Yeah.
all the info on us. Those bastards.
Well, almost with the amount of information, like they can't even look through it all. So it's almost too much information to even be worth it to them.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very good point now that you mention it.
Like, you think they're gonna listen to all the podcasts? Nobody listens to all the podcasts.
No, I doubt if anybody will even listen to this one.
Well, we'll see. You're posting. This is going up on YouTube.
Yeah, that's where I've been posting to. I haven't even looked into posting on SoundCloud yet.
SoundCloud lets you post a couple things. I just wanted something that wasn't YouTube because YouTube's kind of shitty.
Right,
But I'm also on YouTube, so uh, anyway,
right on.
amateur podcasting, man.
Well, it's something. It's something. And the truth is, I had in mind something more similar to what I've heard of yours, and that I wanted two or three people total having a conversation live and in front of each other. But due to the pandemic and the quarantine, I'm not doing that. So I actually started my podcast with a completely different vision than I originally had.
I feel the opposite way. I feel like I've always envisioned just like my own podcast, doing my own thing. But at this point in the game, I'm like doing the podcast with Jake is nice because having a co-host, I think it helps me like build my skills
Mm-hmm.
uh, as somebody hosting a podcast, and also it's nobody's gonna fucking listen to it probably, and I still get some work editing and chopping it up a little bit. So.
Yeah, yeah, I enjoy the editing and whatnot quite a bit.
And also, he's not a bitch, and he's willing to come out during the quarantine.
Well, that must be nice to have friends that aren't bitches, Dylan. Fucking
Honestly, well, no,
asshole.
I'm a way bigger risk to anybody else than they are to me.
Oh yeah, I know that. Why do you think I'm staying the hell away
So
from you? Why do you think I stopped open mouth kissing you, Dylan? It's because of your damn job at Starbucks.
yeah, dude, that Starbucks job is really gonna. It's probably what's gonna kill my grandma.
Oh my God, you're such a monster. Good
You know what's funny?
Lord.
I said that right in front of her. She just walked into my room.
Awesome.
Yeah,
You're a terrible grandson. Good Lord.
yeah. You know what's kind of funny is my grandpa. He used to be really into like is it CB radio and what is it called? Is it CB radio?
Yeah,
Like
talking to people
yeah,
over short band. Yeah.
old school like back in the day.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
tight.
and this is kind of similar.
Right. It is kind of similar. I mean, you and I are definitely speaking from other places in the world, so that's fun. Hmm. Yeah. Interesting. So what the hell, man? How long have you lived here?
In Chico for I moved here um the day before sixth grade. So like I like moved here and I like, started school and I like lost like 3 weeks of summer.
Damn.
Um, and that was in like I don't know 2010 or whatever or nine whatever. I don't even know. I don't want to get hung up on dates, but yeah, it was kind of sudden. I lived in Fremont before that, and so moving here kind of sucked. But I'm glad that I did now because the coronavirus probably would have killed my grandparents, considering that we lived in the Bay Area.
Good gravy.
But yeah, so I've gone to high school and stuff here. I'm pretty much a local.
I
Lived
see.
here long enough.
Where'd you go to high school?
PV. Isn't that
Oh,
where you went?
yes, it is. Yes, it is. The
Yeah.
Vikings. Such an
Hmm.
another high school with another original
There had to
mascot.
be a teacher that we both had.
Probably. I
I
wouldn't
don't
be
know who hung around.
surprised.
Like, did was Mr. Gilzine?
I never had him, so I don't recall him.
Oh, okay.
Um, but it was a million fucking years ago.
Yeah, Mr. Gilzine was a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, what did he teach?
History. Fucking anyway. Uh,
we
like
had
maybe one person that listens will know who that is.
we had a history teacher, a substitute back in the day named Mr. Hill, and I'll never forget it. In like ninth grade, this stupid preppy chick raises her hand and goes, "Mr. Hill, what's an erection?" And he's in the middle of some other lesson. And of course, we thought it was funny at the time, but he takes out a pencil and holds it at one end and presses down on the side and makes the pencil stick up. And he goes, "That's what an erection is," and then goes back to his little lesson. So I remember him. He was pretty legendary. He didn't take
Yeah, I
any
like this
shit.
technique.
Yeah, it was our sex ed. That's all we got. He put a condom on a banana and showed us what an erection was and sent us out the door.
Yeah, I don't know if that'd go down too well today.
No, no. People are too hung up on so many things when it comes to sex. It's too much of a puritanical perspective, unfortunately. Not that I think we need to be telling, toddlers about sex, but we certainly don't need to be terrifying teenagers about it. We should just be more honest. Hey, it can be dangerous and it's something that you should only do with someone that you feel comfortable with, etc., etc.
What I think is weird about it is because they introduce you at like what third grade
Mm-hmm.
to sex ed, and they make a big deal about wet dreams, like such a big deal. They're like, "Are you like?" And they compare it to peeing the bed. Like you're not gonna know.
Oh my
Like
God.
who's coming in their sleep that much?
Right.
Who's like in third grade? Who's just like coming every like they're like, oh, I thought I peed my pants, and their parents are like, oh, did he pee the bed? It's all like a huge stain.
That's so
Like you
disgusting.
would never even know. You would never know. You'd have no idea. You'd wake up and you'd be like, I don't know. You're like, oh, I guess it was kind of sweaty last night or some shit. I don't know.
Right.
Wouldn't be a.
Oh my gosh.
But that was a like they said that a couple of times to us.
So were you just every night like, oh my god, is tonight gonna be the night that I'm gonna wake up just
I don't think
covered
I've
in?
ever had a wet dream.
I don't know that I have either. So that's weird.
I mean, I jerk off all the time, but
Right.
I'm sure that doesn't help.
Yeah. I stopped for a little bit when the conversation first started, but I'm still doing
Yeah, I'm doing it, man. We're in quarantine.
it. We're in quarantine. Gotta pass the time somehow.
Yeah, give me a
Jeez.
reason to wash my hands.
Oh, you wash your hands after? Weird.
Usually not. Yeah, yeah. Dude, I never wash my hands. I'll tell you right now, honestly. And I try to a little bit more now. Uh, but before I wasn't wa if I had to take a piss in the bathroom, I'll just take a piss in and out, dude. I'm not hanging out in the bathroom and like washing my hands because your hands are gonna bump like the back of the sink, and you have to touch like the nasty ass soap dispenser. The soap dispenser at the Studio Inn, way grosser than not washing your hands,
Oh my gosh, really? I've never
in my
even
opinion.
I've never even gone in the any bathroom. I haven't. I went in the Maltese bathroom once, but I'll be honest with you. I have a thing about bathrooms that gross me the fuck out, and especially public bathrooms. Like I can use my own bathroom. I'm not a weirdo. I'm still a weirdo, but
Are you're not a weirdo, but you've never used the bathroom at the Studio Inn?
never, ever, ever. I don't want to. I'm sure it's disgusting.
I mean, like, what do you do?
I
You just
fucking,
hold it?
yeah. If worst case scenario, I hold it. Good news for me, I don't drink. If I drank, then I'd have to piss all the time, and life would be hard. But I
I
don't.
mean, or you just have to overcome your fear.
I don't know if it's a fear. I'm not afraid of it. I
Of
just,
I hope it like what is it then? It's like there's got to be a phobia for it.
yeah, it does have something to do with germs and just gross things. But I don't really get it. Like I haven't analyzed it much. I've just always been like, well, that's
I was
just
it definitely because you have that what's the germ phobia? It's not the fear of germs.
fucking.
It's right. Fucking Howard Hughes.
I don't know that I have anything that bad. Thank God. Are you over there? My girlfriend's over here disagreeing with me. Thanks a lot, Dylan. Or is this a fucking? This is a confrontation now.
She's yeah. You're like Howard Hughes, dude.
No, I agree. It's weird, but I also
Oh,
it
it's like in your underwear, just like with fucking candles everywhere.
wrapped in plastic wrap.
Yeah, with like hand sanitizer.
Right. Exactly.
Dude, Howard Hughes, dude, he was self quarantining way before the
Yeah, he
coronavirus.
was ahead of the curve. That's what you could
He
say.
really was, dude.
Fucking A. So yeah, that's weird about me, but I don't go and use public restrooms unless I absolutely have to.
Dude, I've taken so many shits at the studio, and
That's horrifying. You poor
could
thing.
you imagine? And they don't even have the little paper that you put down.
Ugh. So what did
You know, so
describe it to me?
you just have to fucking raw dog the the fucking toilet seat.
Oh, that's so foul.
Dude, one time I took a shit at the studio, and it was when Joel was still working there. I feel
Hmm.
like I can say this because it was like the what's the amount of time has gone by where they can't prosecute me anymore.
Right, right.
But I took a shit and like I barely used any toilet paper because I was conserving toilet paper even before it was cool. But it clogged that fucking thing, and I was like, "There's nothing I could do. There was no fucking plunger." And then they were like, "Up next, Dillon." So I went on stage,
Oh
and
no.
and I was like, all I was thinking about was like, "Oh, I want to like talk about it," but I knew I couldn't. And then somebody went like in my set, they like went and checked it out, and they were like, "Oh my god, it's so bad."
And they like shouted it.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was the best.
I believe I was
I'm proud of my
there.
shits, dude.
All right. That's, you gotta have something to be proud of, so at least you have shits.
Yeah, you can never take that away from me.
Nor would I ever try, Dylan. That's the kind of
You
friend I
can
am.
lock me up.
You ain't never gonna stop me from taking shits, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Just hard ass Dylan in prison. All about taking them big shits. Fucking life. Life is weird. So you're still working. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
literally started at Starbucks like the day quarantine started.
Holy crap.
I don't know. I'm not really worried. Like every day though, they add like a new piece of plexiglass to like divide us from the customer, or like another piece of tape on the floor to like fucking social distance.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have to wear masks,
Mm-hmm. Well,
which I don't mind because fucking just
s-
put the mask on.
so are you legitimately just not worried? Or is
No,
that
not really.
why? Don't you think
I don't know,
it's
dude. Because like, what am I supposed to fucking worry about? Like, what can I do?
you the only thing you can do is quarantine, but you either don't want to or can't do that.
I need this job, man.
Yeah.
How else am I supposed to afford the equipment to be able to podcast?
Yeah. There you go.
That's all I have.
That's all you have.
That's all I have to live for.
Good lord, that's dark.
You know what I wonder? So I have to go to court on next week
Uh-huh.
for for that DUI.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they want to not send me to jail. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool. Are you pretty much
Or if
guaranteed?
they I don't even know at this point.
Hmm.
Find out next.
So is not having gone to jail cool or uncool now?
I don't want to go to jail.
No.
The fuck. I mean, no, it's definitely not cool.
I think they would greatly enjoy your presence in jail, Dylan.
You know what's going to what would be cool is if you like went to jail like unjustly and like fucking were like a badass and then got released, then that'd be cool. But like you'd have to have a cool story, not just like, yeah, I went to jail like for like 10 days cuz I fucking drove home drunk.
Right.
Like that's not cool.
No, that isn't cool, Dylan. That isn't
It's
cool.
not cool at all. It's really not cool.
So what's up with that? Why do you, if you know it's not cool, then why do you do it? Do you genuinely,
Well, I won't do it anymore. I don't know.
yeah,
Fucking, you know, it's easy to just be, immature and just do dumb shit because you think you get away with shit forever.
right? And you think you're gonna live
Catches up to
forever
you.
too?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I am. I don't know about everybody else.
Well,
Everybody else seems to be getting old and disgusting,
yeah, that's true.
whereas I'm young and in the prime of my life.
Yep. You better you better enjoy it. You really better
Yeah.
enjoy it, because it does pass. uh, is this is this sad enough? Let's talk about your mortality, Dylan. Let's talk about the fact that you're not gonna live forever.
Oh man, I'm not. I'm doing good though right now. I haven't been since the quarantine and stuff. Not hanging out at bars. Haven't been drinking very much at all.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
got
like
to be
that's the
good
same
for
for
you.
a lot of people. I feel like most people aren't drinking as much. Some people are getting fucking off the rails hammered,
Yeah, I believe it.
like the Adonis bro, probably.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely, dude. That guy was trying to get me to smoke crack with him.
Oh my God. He tried to get me to smoke crack with him too.
Yeah, I'm like, can't do that anymore.
Yeah. You gotta quit. After, the first 3, 4 years of doing it, you gotta just take a break.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's just you just like at least keep it recreationally.
Yeah. Every now and again with your friends. Usual. The huge. Just smoking some crack.
So, what do you think's next for stand up after this is over? Like in our scene.
I don't know, honestly. I think I'm hoping, and I talked about this with Dawn, I'm hoping that the public will come back starved for entertainment and wanting to go out and do stuff, and that would result in a influx of people showing at our shows, which would be fantastic. Don and I just were like, yeah, we're maybe selfish of us, but hopefully that will happen.
Well, I mean, to like the open mics and stuff.
No, I mean that'd be great if people came out to open mics too, because with a decent crowd, they can still be a lot of fun. But specifically, I meant shows that people put together.
I
Imagine,
mean, my show was pretty. It was going pretty good.
yeah.
Like I had a few fails, but that was all like the stuff that should have failed. Like the Andrew Yang show, that was like the dumbest show I ever did.
Hmm.
Like that was a big fail. That was a huge failure, and I definitely lost trust with booking at the Maltese a little bit, probably for that.
Hmm.
But who cares, man? Like I thought it was a good idea at the time. That was the problem with just doing too many fucking things at once and just like, you know, not thinking about shit like
Hmm.
in a long term strategy. And then all of a sudden it comes like the day before, and you're like, oh fuck, is anybody gonna come to this shit?
Right. Well, that'll
But
happen.
but the last show I did at Unwind, I sold 65 tickets, and the venue sold like I don't know, I think we had about 75 sold, but we only had 55 people there.
Hmm.
So people, and that was like right before the fucking because the last open mic that was on a Thursday, and then the next week on Wednesday was the last Studio In open mic, and nobody was there, and I got like shamed for like posting about it.
Hmm. That was
Uh,
shortly after things had kind of kicked off.
that was like that was the last time I did stand up.
Damn.
Yeah,
I know it's been over a month for me at this point, which is crazy.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, fucking kind of disappointed. I was trying to do as many stand up fucking dates as I could this year. I think I did like 59. I kept track of it. I think I was at 59 for 2020. I was trying to hit like 300 mics or something, you know.
Damn.
But obviously,
Well,
priorities change.
yeah, and you have to, rather than considering it some kind of failure, which, I get it, that's really unfortunate, but consider the fact that you had little to no choice in the matter. It's not like,
Yeah, I wouldn't consider it a failure.
well, good.
Well, yeah,
I mean, it's not like there's dozens and dozens of mics that are happening and you're just not going.
and I'm not really jumping on the online shows. It's not because here's the thing, like, I would have to book my own online show.
Hmm.
I could probably do like the Stab open mic one or something, but I'm not gonna. There's enough people that are way more respected than me that want to do the ones that look awesome.
Hmm.
So I'm not gonna fucking beg for a spot. I'm just gonna focus on other shit right now.
Well,
And I'm still writing actually. I'm hoping that that I come out of this with maybe 10 minutes of material. Would
nice.
be a nice amount
Well,
to go
good.
forward with.
Anything you want to talk about as far as your writing? Anything specific? Premises or whatever?
Well, the thing I don't want to really talk about too much is like working at Starbucks. Like I don't know if that's all I can talk about is like what I'm doing at work or something. I guess
Hmm.
it's just like all I'm doing mostly.
Hmm. Well, I think
But
a lot of people are running into that wall where they're like, well, usually I'd be out in the world doing things and thus generating ideas for comedy. Instead, I'm at home most of the time. So that's been slowing some people down, I assume. I've been I've been writing some new stuff. I'm excited about it, but it's weird to write something and not know that in the next day or two you're going to be on stage trying it out. It's weird to write it and know that you don't know when the hell you're going to get to say it. Play around with it a little bit.
yeah, when do you think this is over?
This meaning the
Like
pandemic.
when's the open mic next open like yeah.
I assume at the earliest in 4 to 6 months, but I don't know shit. I just know what little I've seen on the news.
Yeah. Isn't
Um,
that insane though to think?
yeah, it's mind-boggling. I don't even. It's like I said. I keep writing stuff, and
Dude,
it's like I'm writing it only for
if
me.
if we think that shit is crazy right now, wait until around when like November or when the election happens, dude.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that that Joe Biden is the next president.
No,
There's no fucking way.
there's no way. God, I
There's,
fucking hate it.
and I don't think Bernie would have won either. I don't. I think it's fixed. I think that Trump was gonna win probably, and I don't know why it's fixed or how, but um, with the pandemic or whatever, like how the fuck did George Bush win or George W. Bush win a second term?
Wartime president,
Yeah,
probably.
you know, because
It's
it's
all.
fucking.
Well, notice that the war never ended, and every president has been a two-term president for the last 20 years. So, yeah, you might be very right. Plus, what's happening in the government lately is more of a monarchy or dictatorship than a
I
democracy.
think it's kind of funny to be honest with you.
Why?
Like like so like when Trump goes out there, like the other day when he had that video where he was just like trashing like the media.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure I've
He,
seen
he
it.
he's like he just started out the interview or he walked out there and he's like, look what we made. And it was just like and then it was the governors praising him. They were like, Trump's done a good job here and there and fucking. And did you see him answer the Tiger King question?
No, no. What
Like one
was
of the
he
reporters
asked?
was like, one of the reporters was like, uh, your son mentioned, or he's like, have you seen the show Tiger King? Which is like a weird question to ask, like during a
Mm-hmm.
pandemic. And President Trump was like, have I seen Tiger King? Of course I've seen Tiger King. I fucking love Tiger King.
Oh God, we live in the satire, my friend.
And he's like, Joe Exotic, what do you think? What do you think? And he asked the reporter, he's like, do you think I should pardon Joe Exotic?
Oh my God.
And he's like, anybody want to chime in? And he's like, maybe I will.
Holy crap.
If he ran solely on that,
He probably.
dude, at least I could be like semi elite. At least I could have something to look forward to. But yeah, he's definitely not fit to be president. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I have to say that because my grandma's gonna listen to this and she'll fucking kill me. So, she's like, yeah, everybody thinks you like Trump.
Everybody thinks you like Trump. Who are these people that think that?
Yeah, they.
Ah,
It's just the same. They're the same people that DJ Khaled's always talking about.
I see. They.
Yeah, they don't want us to fucking. They don't want us to win.
Those bastards. Hmm. Well, my friend, it's time for us to begin the 20 questions designed to get to know you, Dillon Collins, in case you'd
All
forgotten
right,
your own name. Uh, what is your middle name, Dillon?
James.
James. Huh. All right.
Yeah, I could have gone by DJ.
Oh, thank God you
But
didn't.
yeah,
That really, I don't know that I'd like you if that was what you went by.
my mom almost named me Tanner. She wanted
Oh,
to,
why?
but
What?
my dad said that he would knock her out. She was like,
Jeez.
not again.
Oh my God.
So they went with Dylan.
All right. So, how are you keeping sane during the quarantine? I know you're working, so maybe it's not quite as much of a quarantine for you.
I mean, I'm really not staying sane. Like my sleep's all fucked up, and I don't know why. I don't know why my sleep's all fucked up. I think it just. Uh, I think stand-up comedy was like a little bit of structure that kept me from not just like staying up till 5 o'clock in the morning every night.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I'm doing right now, and I don't know why. Like
Hmm.
I'm so tired all the time. I think I'm. You know when that you see the people in the military that are like fucking delusional because they're just like woken up at like 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm doing that to myself.
Yeah, you're giving yourself sleep deprivation on purpose, and you don't know why. There's
So
no
that's what
experiment.
I think. I think I'm struggling to fucking stay sane.
Well, that's an honest answer, man. Uh, the others that I've asked that question have had varying answers, but I don't think any of them have said that they flat out are having, they're actually struggling. So that's, I appreciate you being open about that. What do you think so far is the most memorable moment of the pandemic?
Every day is something new. So, but like every day Trump's saying some crazy shit. Like every day it's like taken to the next level. But the most memorable moment had to be Governor Cuomo's nipple rings,
uh,
dude,
that's fucked up.
live on TV,
Mm-hmm. That's out of control.
dude, out of control. That's who I want for president, dude.
Right? Governor Nipple Rings. There you go.
Yeah.
So, Dylan, I'm going to get a little real. What do you think is the most admirable trait in humanity?
Um, are any admirable? I mean, like it kind of depends. Like, isn't there an angle on everything to a certain extent?
Yeah, and
So,
what's your perspective? What's something about humanity that you do find admirable?
um, just like yeah, I guess like in a time like this, like when people step up and uh and help others.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel it's a hard question to answer, like because you don't want to. I don't want to. You don't want to be like disingenuous with
Mm-hmm.
something like that. But yeah, that's what I would probably say. Like some people that are willing to, you know, donate their time and stuff. That's kind of. I'm not even really that person. Like I am. Like I want to be sometimes, but you know. So I don't know. That's a hard question to answer.
Well, I agree
Or
with
maybe,
you.
or maybe the weed's just kicking in,
Could be. Could
and the
be.
rest of this interview is just going downhill.
Could be. Well, I'll tell you. So far, everyone I've asked that question has had a difficult time coming up with an answer because it's so much easier to see all of the negatives in humanity, all of the ways that we're deplorable. And speaking of that, for my next question, what do you find most deplorable? What trait in humanity do you find most deplorable?
When people fuck their friends over,
Mm. So general betrayal.
like not just general betrayal, but like I think when even if you know that somebody like trusts you or like is your friend or like likes you, to you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They trust you, and then you fucking betray that trust. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Have
I
you
guess I would count with like cheating, all that shit.
sure? Have you had any experiences of that nature recently that are upsetting you?
No, not really.
That's good.
I'm living a pretty stress-free life over here in quarantine land.
Semi quarantine land.
Yeah, really not quarantined at all.
That's what it sounds like. You're having people over for your podcast and whatnot.
Yeah, but that's the least of my worries, dude. I'm working at Safeway. Like having somebody over that all they do is sit in their house. Like he's not gonna get me sick. I'm gonna
Right,
get him sick.
right. So, what do you think your favorite word or phrase is and why? And if you can't think of a favorite, just give me one or two that you like.
Favorite word or phrase?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I wish I prepared for that. What if some of your other guests said
Jesse said shit
shit?
because he likes when that word just comes out because something happens, like you drop something, and it's such a natural thing to fly out of your mouth, and in that moment, it's so pure when you're just like shit.
I think that what's funny about that one is that's like the one swear word that kind of just like gets forgiven.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, that's a good point. It really does.
Shit, like they're like let's let him have that one.
That's good.
I used to say whatever a lot as a kid. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never really liked conflict or whatever. I don't like people like waiting on for me to make decisions and shit. So
Hmm.
then like I'm just like whatever, yeah, whatever you want, whatever.
I see.
That was like my. I used to get made fun of by my family for that because they, you know, they're fucking assholes.
Well, there you go. Fucking assholes. So whatever.
Whatever.
It's a good term. It makes sense. It's dismissive and it's a statement at the same time, which is interesting about it. Because you're both saying, I'll take whatever, I don't care, and I sincerely don't care.
You know what they got like saying
Hmm.
is when people will tell me they'll be talking about some shit. They'll be like, "Yeah, you gotta pour," or like for Starbucks, they're like, "Yeah, you gotta pour the cup up like to 3/4 line with the whole milk." I'll just be like, "Okay," and like just like saying "okay" is like it's kind of an acknowledgement of what like I'm like I get it, but it also kind of sounds weird. So like they're like, "Okay," I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, fair, fair, okay, sure,
Okay, sure.
yeah, sure."
There you go. Well, what makes you angry, Dylan?
When people ask me stupid questions,
Yeah.
uh, what makes me angry is fucking sitting around my house listening to my family yell about politics. Listening to them, they like to they all hate Trump and they like to argue about how much they hate Trump. They're like, "No, I hate Trump more." They're like, "No, I hate Trump more." Like, "Fuck you. I'm leaving." And then fuck slams the door.
Oh my god.
Fucking ridiculous.
It does sound like that would be.
It's literally like a no you hang up situation about how much they fucking don't like Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get excited when they see something like they see Trump say something stupid. They like can't wait to show me. They're like, oh, you'll never guess what he said. And I'm like, I I don't I fucking don't give a shit.
Also, nobody can guess what he said because he's a fucking buffoon. He just comes out and brags about some stuff and then dodges a few questions and then he goes back into his little hidey hole.
Yeah, he needs to get to work on fucking pardoning Joe Exotic.
Seriously, if he's just gonna talk about it, you know.
Yeah, he's like right. Yeah, he should launch an investigation into Carol Baskin. He's like, we're gonna get that bitch.
A presidentially backed investigation on Carol Baskin would be just another step in our spiral to fucking oblivion.
I read the. I don't know where I read this shit, but it was that Donald Jr. was said in an interview that he showed his dad a picture of Trump's face, like uh, photoshopped onto Joe Exotic's, and Trump was like, "Yeah," and like one with Carol Baskin, like as Hillary, and he's like, "Yeah, that bitch." Now, I don't know if that part was true, but
Well,
the first
that
part,
part's true.
yeah, the whole part definitely,
That's
yeah,
pretty funny. That's pretty good.
bitch.
So, what gives you hope, Dylan?
Well, stand up used to give me hope because there was something like that I could always like look forward to and like, like build towards.
Mm-hmm.
So now I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. Figure it out. Maybe if like the if some YouTube stuff works out a little bit, if I can have some fun with that and get a little bit of a following, then that would give me some hope.
Right on. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's.
Just having a place to channel my energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and kind of having a place outside of your home that's sort of yours as well, if that makes sense. Um,
Hmm.
at least that's how it felt to me. Every time I ever showed up at a mic or a gig, I always felt like it was kind of my domain. Not only mine, of course, but I just felt comfortable there. I don't know. I always talk about it to my therapist. I always say, it's weird. I have social anxiety and I have a tendency to get overwhelmed in situations where there's lots of people, but when it comes to comedy, I don't get that way. I seem to, I don't know, I don't get anxious as much. It's weird.
How long have you seen a therapist?
This particular guy only for going on 2 months now.
How's it working out?
It's all right. It's good. Uh, it's good to have somebody you can talk to that isn't plugged into the rest of your life. So you don't have to sugarcoat anything. You don't have to um, omit certain parts because you don't want to offend so and so, or you don't want people to know this or that. So ultimately, it's been really beneficial to me. I like the guy a lot too, and he even came to one of my stand-up shows, which was an interesting feeling on my part. I was like, do I want to
Yeah.
impress
Is
my
that a conflict?
therapist? No, it's not a conflict. It would have been awful if I'd sucked, but I did okay. It was that last Blue Room gig, the
Oh,
one
okay.
the one with the creaky ass stage.
Yeah, dude, that's I didn't like the idea of that stage, to be honest with you, but it was there.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, right?
I really hated when I the it was for the week before that
Mhm.
when I went in and I saw like the tables and chairs in the front and I was like, oh fuck,
Mhm.
because there's already 100 seats in there. I'm like, what? We need to fucking worry about selling. And the Blue Room's kind of cool if like it has nothing there and it's got the weird stage down there that you could fuck around on.
Mhm.
And so but that stage was kind of cool. It was just so creaky, and the mic was stand was all shitty.
Mhm. Yep.
Dude, I was those shows were kind of fun though.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a good time.
I had a good time too.
I
I'm
felt
glad I did that.
yeah, I felt like we all did a good job for the
Need
most
to get
part.
the footage chopped up for that. I got it all on my camera
Cool.
or on my hard drive. I mean,
Nice. Nice. What makes you laugh, Dylan?
videos of people getting hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what makes me laugh the most. And showing them to my grandma and her like negative reaction,
Her
that makes me
being
laugh.
horrified by him,
Dude,
probably.
it makes me laugh so fucking hard. It's my favorite thing. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of that guy, Superhuman.
No.
Superhuman is like a 21-year-old juggalo, and
Oh
he's kind of
God.
like fat and mushy. Um, and he fucking takes his shirt off and he throws it down. And he goes, "Fuck this shit," and then
Oh,
he
and he
jumps
jumps
off.
on. Oh my God!
Dude,
I saw
he
him
did
jump
this
onto the
one.
cactus.
He did this one where he jumped. It had to be like I don't know, 12 feet in the air
Hmm.
through drywall, like onto bricks and cactuses.
Oh
And
my
it was
God.
literally straight onto the fucking ground. And he like starts like convulsing
Yeah. I,
in, in horrific pain.
I saw
My
him do
grandma
that one.
was not a fan of that.
No. Did you make her watch it over and over again?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know it.
Dude.
And someday I'm going to make her watch it again and I'm going to get it on video.
Dude, as soon as you described who he was, I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately. Oh my gosh. Fucking juggalos.
You
God
know what my
bless them.
favorite part about that guy is?
Hmm.
So like he pro wrestlers like as we know our friend Mitch semi pro wrestler. I
Hmm.
feel like it's a kind of a comparable thing to stand up in the sense that there's like a big group of people that are like kind of trying to make it, you know,
Hmm. Right.
like open micing kind of, or
Sure.
like throwing their own like local shows. And um and this guy, this fucking weird ass juggalo has made it like way farther than 99%
Wow.
will ever make it.
Right. Just by damaging the hell out of
So see,
himself.
yeah.
Wow. Fucking
So
madness. And what's
I
his
guess
name
that
again?
gives me hope. Superhuman gives me hope.
Superhuman. Yeah, I saw that one video and he definitely convulsed on the ground for a while. It was hard for me to watch, so I can't even imagine how hard it
He's
was for
definitely
you.
playing it up. He's definitely playing it up, but I don't mind. I appreciate the effort.
Cool. So what makes you cry, Dylan?
Um, the beginning of Up.
shit, that's
It's
hella
pretty sad.
sad. That's hella
Yeah, it's
sad.
pretty sad.
Damn. Nothing else, huh?
Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it. Dude,
Yeah.
I get choked up at anything that's super sad or super happy.
I have to be super fucked up to get like hella sad. I have to be on like like way too many shots
Right. Hmm.
and perhaps other things.
Right, like crack.
Yeah, like crack.
I don't know that I've ever seen you in that state. I don't think I have. I've definitely seen you a little bit down.
On I've been like at the studio in, dude. I've been like totally fucking blacked out.
Yeah, I believe it.
You know what the one of the most drunk I've ever been on stage is?
Hmm.
Um, remember on the 4th of July show
Yeah.
last year where I fucking took my pants off on stage.
Oh my God,
I was
Dillon.
just like in my underwear. Took like all my clothes off except my underwear.
You fucking maniac.
And that wasn't even bad, dude. I was doing great. I wish I had that recorded. I mean, I probably wasn't doing great, and I'm probably glad I don't have. That's a good thing I don't have it recorded.
Oh my God,
But
Dillon. Oh shit. So, are you from the Bay Area originally? Where are you from?
I was born in Loveland, Colorado,
Hmm.
and when I was 10 months old, I went to live in Fremont, California, and then I left Fremont when I was 10 years old.
Hmm. Okay.
I live in Chico because my grandparents retired, and I live with my grandparents,
Right.
and they retired to come take care of their parents who lived in Chico. They don't live in Chico anymore. They're fucking dead.
They might still be here, but they don't live here.
No, they're still here, but like not like we're here.
So, what were your parents like growing up? And in this case, I guess we'll go with your grandparents, unless you actually want to talk about your birth parents at all.
I mean, I don't know. Like, how can we make my birth parents cry when they listen to this?
Oh, that's a good question.
Um, yeah. So they abandoned me. Definitely didn't care about me, dude. You know what's funny? If my mom probably will listen to this, and she'll isolate that like sound bite, and fucking use it against me, and be like, "You can call me crying someday or something."
Oh my God. Jeez.
Um, my grandparents growing up were very old. They're
Right.
elderly people.
It'd
They're
be
not
weird
very
if
old.
they
They're
weren't.
not even that old right now. I mean, they're old enough that they could die at any time, but they're not like old where you're like
Any
fucking
day
they're like
now.
forgetting shit yet.
Right.
Yeah, they're old enough they could just die, but they're not old enough that they could just walk away and not find their way home.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I had a good childhood growing up and stuff. Everything was cool. I was happy. They my grandpa was obviously pretty successful, so it was always a lot of fucking nice shit. We ate well.
Now, what do you mean pretty
We're not
successful?
like we're not. Well, he had a good job and owned a house in the Bay Area and retired up to Chico, and now he
Oh,
can do whatever he wants.
I got you.
So
Okay,
pretty much like the American dream.
I see.
He just does shit just because he fucking feels like it.
And how did they discipline you? If Dylan was bad, what happened to Dylan?
Spankings usually. I didn't get really naughty until my later teenage years though.
Yeah.
Yeah. um,
What were
like
you like growing
I
up
I
then?
don't know like I didn't really fucking I didn't fuck up that bad until like 8th grade. I got caught smoking weed at school.
Ooh, bad kid.
Yeah, I was stupid too.
Yeah.
Even worse, I was stupid. So that was the beginning of fucking some dumb shit,
Hmm.
and I got sent to AFC for that, which was actually the most fun I've ever had at school. Was at AFC
So,
continuation school.
ah,
It's
okay.
kind of fucking dope.
Okay. Yeah, I went from PV to Fairview here, and that's a continuation school, and that was the best time of my entire life because it actually felt more like a family than like a school. I didn't
Why?
have any
Because there was like children and like girls pregnant.
because there was degenerate people,
Yeah.
but we all weren't bad people. We just happened to be bad, kids that got into trouble, and
When I got sent to
it was
AFC the
nice.
second time, they moved the AFC campus to Fairview.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and AFC was like the fucking the bad continuation school, and or
Hmm.
like I don't even know like the in school suspension or whatever. But Fairview was the continuation high school.
Right. Yeah, I got
You
sent
know,
there for attendance. I just didn't go
yeah,
to
not just
school often enough.
cutting class,
Yeah.
fucking slipping.
Yeah, we used to when I went to PV, we used to. This is bad. I'm just admitting to crimes at this point. But we used to go over to the church across the street, and there was this old minivan seat that somebody had left up against a wall, and we would sit there and smoke weed during like third period, and then go back to school. Little
Dude,
punk
some of
little
the best
kids.
times of my life were freshman year. They eventually they didn't let the freshmen off campus. Like I don't
Hmm.
know if they did when you went there,
No, we were allowed to go anywhere we
but
wanted.
yeah, when I went, freshmen weren't allowed off campus, and but we were like, "Fucking, we can do whatever we want,"
Hmm.
and we'd smoke weed off campus, and we used to go over to my friend Brandon's house, um, and we'd like just like smoke weed in his backyard, and we'd like leave out of a can, and we'd like leave our can and like all our weed and stuff like in his barbecue.
That's smart. I mean, until
No,
it
and
isn't.
well, until his fucking dad opens up the barbecue and there's like a bunch of cigarette packs and like
Hmm.
all this degenerate shit.
Right, all this evidence.
But they put a lock on the gate there, and we were still like jumping the gate and like opening up the house and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Just like all bad. I mean, I wasn't like the fuck. I was kind of just happy to be there. I was like
Right.
a weird kid, you know.
Hmm. I was definitely a weird kid. Were you popular in high school or were you just there?
No,
No,
yeah, I wasn't popular.
no, I was, not to be cliche, but I was like a ghost. I was a weird kid, but I don't know. I wasn't on
You would
the.
have never guessed, him.
Yeah. Interesting. So, what would you say your favorite movie is and why?
Maybe Forrest Gump because Forrest Gump's hella good, and
Yeah.
it's just like, and it's got so many different layers to it, and it's
Hmm.
like you could like watch different parts of Forrest Gump. Like Forrest Gump could be like a series, you know what I mean?
Right. Hell, that's a good idea. They probably could make a Forrest Gump series that would be
It's fucking
pretty
long
good.
enough that they fucking might as well.
Right. So, what do you think
Like,
about? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say like how long until they can like, and that's not okay. Like to have some guy play a retard, or I'm sorry, a special needs. I'm trying not to say retard anymore. It's kind of a that
I.
is actually something I want to not do anymore.
Well, there you go. Good.
So edit that out. No, just kidding.
I try not to say
No.
it too, but I still find myself saying it when I talk about the president. Um,
Yeah.
it's like it's so hard not to. But back to Forrest Gump for a second. I wonder how the series would do with the whole a white guy taking credit for a bunch of stuff that other people have done. Uh, that angle of Forrest Gump would probably not play too well nowadays. Um,
Yeah, they'd have to get a black guy.
yeah. I wonder if they'd switch races and instead it would be a white guy playing Bubba. I guess, huh? That's a terrible idea. None of this should happen. So, what are you excited about, Dylan?
I'm excited about trying to make some new content and hopefully put something together that sticks somewhere. Like it can't be impossible, you know. I see a lot of people's YouTubes and stuff, and your YouTube is actually pretty good. You have over 1,000 followers, but you've done it forever.
Hmm.
So of course, that's just what happens when. But I see some people's shit, and it blows me away. People that are like headlining comedy clubs and are like famous comedians that have less subscribers on YouTube than I do. I'm like,
Hmm.
how the fuck is this possible?
Right. Right.
So I think it's kind of up to me to prove everybody wrong, because that's an impressive thing. If you're like, I have 1,000 followers or subscribers on YouTube,
Hmm.
people are like, oh shit, how the fuck do you do that?
Right.
And that's not even that many. So,
No, it isn't, but
but that's the hardest like milestone is the early ones,
right. Well, I
like
haven't.
the first ones, first 10, first 100, everyone's
Hmm.
until you get like them fucking 10,000 or so, maybe.
I haven't been nurturing my YouTube account at all. There was a time when I put a bunch of silly videos and stuff up there that I guess have done pretty well. Um,
Yeah, I don't appreciate you slamming my one of my favorite songs.
I'm glad you watched that. I'm so fucking proud of that video. Uh, I did a video where basically the point of the video is I was listening to the song Money for Nothing by, um, God, I fucking all of a sudden forgot their name.
Dire Straits.
Thank you, by Dire Straits. And I realized that there's an entire verse where they just say faggot over and over and over and
I don't know
over again.
why, dude. Well, that whole song, it's one of those songs that hits like really good, but like you listen to the lyrics and you're like, man, is this really the best shit that they could have came up with
Yeah,
for like this great, you know,
right.
uh, you know, uh, uh
Sell
I don't
them
know,
color TVs and all that. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's not even that bad, but they just got that one part where they're like, talking about fucking homosexuals on airplanes.
Right.
Another song that's like that is what's that one song, Spirit in the Sky? You're like, is this really what they wanted to put?
Spirit in the sky.
Like they should have whoever was in the band that wrote the lyrics should have been fucking kicked out.
Yeah.
Like how could you have been more off?
No shit. Well, supposedly the story behind that Dire Straits song is that some guys were moving some furniture for one of the band members, and MTV was on, and they basically talked a bunch of shit about MTV while they were moving this furniture. And the idea is that those are direct quotes from these movers, which is why it says that so many times. Um, but who
We got to
knows?
move these refrigerators.
Right, gotta move these color TVs. It's all just
Yeah,
some guy moving a bunch of appliances and being pissed off that he has that job.
it's got to be one of the worst origin stories of all time.
Right, exactly.
Good
Gosh,
song though. I still like it.
it was a fun song, aside from that
Yeah,
part.
have you listened to any of the Joe Exotic music?
Oh, just what I've seen on the actual documentary. But
The first song that they play when
I
they
saw
introduce.
Tiger.
I don't like that one. I like
No.
the one that's like because you love me. The one in the very beginning when he's got all the people like waving their arms like back
Oh
and forth.
my
Oh,
god.
dude, it's
It's
the best. It's
just
such a good song.
fucking douche chills the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I feel like I feel like Joe Exotic uh, gives gay people a bad name because it's just him and it's this fucking tragic sideshow freak with a few teeth. And then don't they get a third guy?
I mean,
That's it
dude,
four.
it's degenerate sex shit with like drugs.
Yeah.
His situation was way more poor. So then what was the other guy with all the fucking lady?
All the
Jeff
wives.
Lowe.
Right. Doc.
Or Doc. I, yeah, with the homosexual induced fucking drug or the drug induced homosexuality is kind of fucking it's on the same level as it's definitely sexual abuse
Yeah. I would
for
agree.
sure. It's taking advantage of somebody that's like high on meth and then you're just gonna like fucking give them a dick.
Right.
Like who are you?
A fucking monster.
Yeah, well, it was his fucking his plan.
What a monster. Jesus. Hmm. So I already asked you what you were like as a child. Why don't you tell me a song that you especially like, even your favorite if you have a favorite, and why?
A song I especially like right now. Or what was it? It was
What What's your favorite song or one that you especially like, and why?
a song I especially like right now is it's by it's called Play by Alan Walker and then like K391 or something. But it's a remix of this old song called Eurodancer,
Hmm.
and that shit slaps really hard. So
Wow.
hopefully nobody fucking judges me for that.
What if they did? Who gives a shit?
That then yeah, and they can come over here and fucking get
Risk
this
getting
coronavirus.
coronavirus.
Meet you any day, pal.
That's how Dillon gets back at people. Are we gonna fight? No, I'm just gonna cough on you.
Yeah.
Okay. What's a book that you like and why? Assuming that you're into books.
I really liked um George Carlin's book. I read that a long time ago. I read that in like seventh grade.
Wow.
That's when I was really into stand up, like listening to albums and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, his book's all good. I should reread it because it's been so long I wouldn't even remember
Yeah,
most of the stories.
I have
So
not
definitely
read that.
Last Words by George Carlin's all good.
Right. I think I own it. I think I got it somehow.
Is yeah, it's kind of banana story for sure.
Cool. So you mentioned being into comedy at a relatively young age. Um, I know that when I was a little kid, I would sneak out when I was supposed to be going to bed. I would sneak out and watch like David Letterman and The Tonight Show and stuff like that. Um, but what was your earliest memory of being kind of into stand up?
So the first stand up I ever saw was my brother Mark introduced me to a lot of shit. And stand up was one of them. It was when Dane Cook was hella big. He had just released that one album, Harmful if Swallowed.
Mm-hmm.
So Harmful if Swallowed was the first stand up I ever heard,
Wow.
and I still like those early Dane Cook albums,
Nice.
the Harmful if Swallowed and the Vicious Circle, and there was like another one. I don't fucking even remember.
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
But it went from Dane Cook, and then I didn't really like it was. This was all I didn't really have any control over the content in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was all just stuff that I was around. And
Right.
then the next stand up I was introduced to was George Carlin
Mm-hmm.
because it was when he died in like 2004, I think it was.
Wow.
And so then I started listening. I listened to all of George Carlin. I listened to all the George Carlin albums hella times.
Wow.
So he's definitely he's maybe my favorite for sure.
Nice. Not bad. What about yourself are you most proud of, Dylan?
Um, I don't know. Fucking. Tomorrow will be the 1 year anniversary of the first show I ever put through
Wow.
Unwind, April 18th, 2019. I don't know. I'm pretty proud of all the stand-up comedy stuff I've done in the last year.
You should be, man. You really should be.
I feel
There,
like I've done as much as I could.
I think so too. And like you mentioned before, you kind of there's times when you do too much. There's times when you run yourself a little thin, unfortunately. But obviously you're pursuing your dreams, and that's what matters, man. So let's see. How has comedy changed your life, Dylan?
It's pretty much all I worry about now. Got all this fucking comedy shit all over my room. Thinking about comedy. That's what really changed. I mean, I've always kind of had that comedy where, like, you know, when you're like think about shit all the time, or what do they call it, comedy brain or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Where in any situation you're like, man, that's funny.
Right.
So just trying to find the humor and shit. That's like when I hear people that stop doing that's usually the reason that people stop doing it. It's because they lose that. That's what makes it really fun. Is you're just like thinking about like how can I make all this funny, and
Mm-hmm.
then go do it on stage, and then the rush of making people laugh, and especially the rush of making people laugh at some new shit.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's the best. That's
Right.
why a Zoom comedy show, like people are just like that. That's some next level desperation to to have to get on a fucking Zoom camera and do stand up.
Hmm.
So, mm-mm.
Being interrupted by Dylan's
Well,
grandfather.
yeah, it's okay. I'll make him pay for it later. I'll be like, don't you ever interrupt me again.
So, back to what we were just talking about. You brought up a good point. I think it was Dawn and I discussed that every time something weird or bad happens in your life, if you're a stand up, all you can think is, oh my god, I can't wait to talk about this on stage somehow. I can't wait to turn this into something, this weird moment at line at the bank, or this awkward moment where my ex girlfriend said or did this, or that time that somebody passed away and I was really off, felt really terrible about it, but somehow managed to find a reason to laugh. That's what I love most about comedy, I think. Suddenly, bad or unpleasant situations have some sort of silver lining to them. At least that's how I see it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And literally like no matter like what happens with like getting in trouble and like with the DUI and stuff, like as long as I'm not like in jail for the rest of my life, you know, life goes on, man. You know, you live and you learn.
Right.
So that's like, but that's one of the worst situations I've had. I know my grandparents will die someday, and maybe I'll have a joke about that.
I didn't ever think I'd have a joke, but I got that one about my grandma passing away. I'll never
Yeah,
forget. I really did write that shortly after she'd passed away, and it
yeah.
cracked me up. Uh, yeah. Let's see here. So, what bit of yours are you most proud of, Dylan?
I'm not really proud of any of my bits, to be honest. Like, I'm proud of like certain sets where like my bits have done well, but I never. I'm always. I always feel like to my Dutch. It kind of hurts me where I'm just like I'll go to open mics and like try to do new jokes like every single time instead of like trying to hone in anything in specific. So
Mm-hmm.
that's something that needs to be addressed. Is much more time writing and really honing in on certain because I hate telling the same jokes every single mic. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's like that's some shit I really don't like doing, but you know, that's just the way it is.
Well, you have to play around with a bit. A lot of the time, you have to play around with it before you find, exactly where you want it to go, exactly how you want to deliver it, etc.
Yeah,
But I hear you. It bugs the hell out of me when I don't have anything new. It bugs the hell out of me, even if I'm working on stuff that I've done before. I always want to have something new to bring. Um, and I think performing in such a small pond also has something to do with that because you know that the people that are going to these mics have seen you do this material 5, 6, 700 times. So maybe you're more tempted to just improvise or come up with something um, literally right before you get on stage and work on that. I will
yeah,
say that the stuff that I've heard of yours that has been worked out a bit is really fucking funny and really good. Um, and also, you have gone on stage and seemed to be completely off the cuff and done wonderfully. So that's great. Um, Definitely keep doing that. If that's your style, then stick to it.
yeah. Well, there's like a desire at the open mics also to try to riff a little bit and just work on your stage presence and just being on stage and trying to let it come naturally
Right.
instead of trying to force like when the bar is hella loud, just trying to force some fucking lame ass bit
Mm-hmm.
for like the one person for like fucking Robin to laugh at.
Right. Right.
That's how you know you're bombing. You'll hear fucking just Robin laughing or Corey in the back,
Right. That's yeah.
and then like the fucking assholes at the bar, just like talking hell loud. I
Hmm.
mean, the people that keep the bar open.
Right. The ones who have more of a right to be there than we do.
Yeah, the pieces of shit. Yeah, the regulars.
The regulars.
Yeah, it's their bar.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, they were trying to do that show, uh, the roast battle. Like that shit didn't get canceled until like we're like fucking 2 weeks into quarantine, and like these motherfuckers are like, and like still try to do the show.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. There were so many people still trying to do shows.
Well, I mean, people still don't believe in the and like the severity of what's going on right now. Like
Yeah,
for example, you'll if you want to tune into our fucking the podcast coming up next, my co-host for sure does not believe the severity of the coronavirus. He
right.
thinks everybody's a bunch of pussies.
Yeah. Well, I disagree. I think it's crazy times out there and we gotta be careful.
I don't
Um,
think I have. I don't really think much of it. You know, um, uh, my opinion, the things doesn't really change much. And except for the world, here I am, a comedian. My
right.
opinion doesn't matter, but it doesn't in the grand scheme of things.
Hmm.
Like at least for this shit, it's not really the comedian I want to be. I don't want to tell you how to feel about the coronavirus.
Right, right.
I just want to get laughs. I just want people to laugh at my shit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, I have one final question for you. It's arguably the funnest question, and that is this: if you could have any superpower, including one you yourself make up, what would it be?
So a lot of times, like I always think about this shit ever since I saw that one movie Click. You
Hmm.
know, the masterpiece by the great Adam Sandler.
Right,
How you can just like pause time and shit and do whatever he wants, and he uses it to pause time and go fart in his boss's face. Dude,
right.
I would use it to pause time and just steal.
Steal shit all the time.
Dude, I would steal so much shit. And what's funny is I would still choose that power even though any power is on the table, including like making money.
Hmm. Stealing shit
It's stealing shit, dude. Dude, I would rob everyone. Like in a
constantly.
room, I just
Hmm.
steal everybody's money.
This is like a blink of an eye, and everybody's wallets are empty, and their jewelry's missing.
Yeah, that's what I'd
Oh,
do.
that would that would create chaos, Dylan. You would just create
It's a
so
good
much
it,
chaos.
it's a good thing that I can't create a superpower.
Right on. So you have a very interesting answer, and I appreciate it. Jesse's answer was the ability to always say the right thing.
It's because he has the ability to say the right thing like almost never.
And then Don's was the ability to win any argument. So they both had
Those are very similar answers.
yeah, they really are. But yours is more like you want to be a supervillain, essentially.
I don't know, like fucking Jesus. Jesse's is pretty good though. That'd come in handy for stand up.
Yeah, it absolutely
Maybe you get
would.
to say the right thing whenever you want. Is that what everybody wants? Like that'd be a pretty good one. It's not even a superpower. Like some people can just do that.
Right.
How do you think pieces of shit become like, fucking like have hella friends and connections?
Hmm. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking A. Well, I look forward to listening to your podcast, Dylan. Again, that's called This Degenerate Life. It's available both on YouTube and on SoundCloud. Hosted by Dylan Collins and Jake McCowan. In case anybody wants to check that out, please do. I want to thank you so much for being on But the Damn Point Is. I'm the host, Germ Leather, and with us today was Dylan Collins. Dylan, how was that? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a great time. Thanks for having me on, Germ.
Fantastic. Thank you for being on, and that concludes the podcast.